There are women who never pursue, yet are never erased from memory. They leave no words behind, yet their presence hums quietly in the back of a man's mind, long after the moment has passed. She does not demand to be remembered. Memory clings to her by its own will, gripped by a stillness that feels more powerful than any declaration. She moves like the horizon at dusk, just far enough to never be reached, yet impossible to ignore. A Jungian lens would warn him. What he perceives in her is not solely hers. It is the missing fragment of his own psyche. She carries the anima he has buried, the tenderness he cannot awaken in himself. Her composure is not distance, but self-possession. She does not barter for his validation, for she is already sovereign over her worth. At first, it is nothing more than intrigue. He notices how her gaze lingers on the world without grasping at it. No urgency, no possession, only the quiet assurance of belonging to herself. And in that calm, something inside him begins to ache, a subtle recognition. For the first time, he senses that attention freely given is sweeter than attention pursued. Then intrigue shifts into hunger. Her quiet becomes a mirror, showing him his own unrest, his own divisions. The air between them is not empty, it is charged, pulling him toward the very truths he has tried to outrun. Here, Jung's warning is clear. Every longing for another is a longing for the disowned pieces of oneself. She is not a prize he can hold. She is a reflection he cannot claim. Her stillness unsettles him. He has known women who softened themselves to fit his expectations, who spoke until silence was buried, who molded themselves to soothe him. But she lets the quiet stretch until it dismantles his performance. He cannot decode her. In the unknown, his mind builds stories, fantasies stitched together with his own fears and desires. Projection blooms in full. She becomes the canvas for his inner theater. She is not a tempest. She is the stone that tempests break against. While he wrestles with his own tides, she remains steady, rooted in a way that both draws him closer and warns him away. To meet her would require the removal of his defenses, and defenses are the only home he has known. And so curiosity hardens into fixation. He replays fragments, the way she paused before speaking, the weight of her gaze, the moments she let the silence live between them. Every recollection becomes a thread that pulls him further inward. Unknowingly, he chases not her consent, but the part of himself her presence has uncovered. For her, his intensity is not victory. She understands that obsession is not devotion. It is thirst, and thirst is not quenched by the well. It is eased only when the seeker learns the source of his dryness. She will not be the cure for a shadow he has yet to face. Her quiet is not a tactic, it is her boundary. When the weight of his longing becomes too heavy, she will step away, not as an act of punishment, not as an escape, but with the calm knowledge that her role was never to complete him, only to reflect the path he has yet to walk. Her absence will leave a deeper mark than her presence ever could, because the woman who departs in silence is not fragile. She simply perceives more than she is willing to carry.